Is government transparency always a good thing, or can it have unforeseen consequences? This question has been at the center of many debates. Transparency is widely perceived as a hallmark of good governance, a beacon of honesty and openness that fosters trust between the government and its citizens. But like a coin, it has another side. Freedom of information laws, for instance, were designed to make government dealings accessible to the public. However, they can sometimes be twisted into reasons for withholding information under the guise of exceptions and exemptions. Then there's the C-SPAN effect, where politicians are more focused on their on-camera performances rather than engaging in genuine debates and solution-oriented discussions. And let's not forget the potential for increased partisanship. Restrictions on interactions between legislators and lobbyists, intended to prevent undue influence, might instead fuel division and discord. Lastly, the noble endeavor to publicize government performance can inadvertently lead to overwhelming data dumps, where the sheer volume of information makes it nearly impossible for citizens to find what they need. So, while transparency promotes accountability and reduces corruption, it's not without pitfalls. The challenge lies in recognizing these potential downsides and finding ways to mitigate them. But what about the secrets that governments keep? What happens when these come to light? Let's delve into the enigmatic world of the deep state, a term often used to refer to the hidden aspects of government activities. This is a realm where information isn't readily accessible, where decisions are made behind closed doors, and where the truth can sometimes be as elusive as a shadow in the night. Declassified government documents play a crucial role in this context. They are the keys that unlock the doors to this secretive world, revealing the activities that have been shrouded in mystery. Through these documents, we learn about the clandestine operations, the covert strategies, and the undisclosed policies that have shaped our world in ways we might never have imagined. The Columbia History Lab, for instance, has made significant strides in this area. Led by history professor Matthew Connolly, the lab uses data science to analyze nearly 5 million declassified records. This declassification engine has uncovered hidden aspects of post-war America, shedding light on government secrecy, the concept of the dark state, and the challenges of achieving transparency in modern statecraft. And then there are the shocking secrets that emerge, like the Pentagon's UFO program, the CIA's development of covert devices, and the military's attempts at weaponizing the weather. These revelations, while sensational, underscore the extent of the activities that can be concealed within the depths of government operations. Declassified documents serve as a crucial source of information, shedding light on the government's actions and decisions. They facilitate a more transparent government, enabling us to understand the motivations and consequences behind the actions of those in power. Such knowledge is not just important, it's essential for the functioning of a democratic society. Finding the balance between national security and transparency is a complex task. Where should the line be drawn? This question lies at the heart of many debates surrounding government transparency. In an ideal world, full transparency would be the norm. However, we live in a world where threats to national security exist, and some information must be kept under wraps to ensure public safety. This necessity gives rise to the concept of classified information, secrets that are kept to protect us all. But here's the rub. How do we ensure that the power to classify information isn't misused? After all, history is replete with examples of governments hiding behind the guise of national security to suppress information that should be in the public domain. This brings us to the crux of the issue, the balance between national security and transparency. It's a delicate dance, a constant tug of war. On one hand, we want our governments to be open, accountable, and transparent. On the other hand, we understand the need for secrecy in matters of national security. The challenge lies in striking the right balance. Transparency should not compromise national security, and national security should not be an excuse for excessive secrecy. It's a complex issue that requires careful thought, robust checks and balances, and constant vigilance from citizens and lawmakers alike. In essence, the pursuit of transparency and the safeguarding of national security are not mutually exclusive. They are two sides of the same coin, integral to a functioning democracy. The balance between national security and transparency is a delicate one, and it's essential to address excessive government secrecy while considering public safety. So, what have we learned about government transparency and its potential downsides? We've delved into the paradox of transparency, where too much openness can lead to unintended consequences like information overload, political posturing, and intensified partisanship. We've also uncovered the importance of declassified documents in shedding light on hidden aspects of government activities, providing a much-needed counterbalance to the so-called deep state. Moreover, we've grappled with the complex relationship between national security and transparency. We've seen how secrecy can sometimes be necessary for the protection of the state and its citizens, but also how excessive secrecy can hinder public understanding and trust. In essence, it's a delicate balancing act. Transparency is vital for a healthy democracy, fostering accountability and reducing corruption. Yet it's not without its pitfalls. We must be wary of these potential downsides and strive to mitigate them. While transparency is generally positive, it's crucial to consider potential downsides and strike a balance with national security. After all, in governance, as in many other things, it's all about finding the right balance.